Hey guys, welcome back to another Wristwatch Wednesday. Today we have a classic. This is a 2009 Timex Weekender. And this is what I would call a very basic budget watch. 2009, what was going on then? Oh yeah, this is when we had a big, huge crash and a recession and a bailout of banks, if you remember all that. Maybe this guy used to own a Rolex, had to sell it at a pawn shop and pick up a Weekender because maybe he lost all of his money. Who knows? Great story we can make up, but we're going to move on and talk about the watch. This one is a classic, right? Date, and time, 24-hour red markers on the inside, black hands, silver second hand, white dial. Really classic watch. Been around for quite a long time. And I've got a couple other videos on a Weekender. Actually, one other video I can think of on a Weekender, a 1990 Weekender that I have. What I really like about this one, it has the Indiglow, and I'll do another overlay here where you can see the Indiglow at work in the dark. So that's one thing I really like about the newer, this is a 2009, but you know what I mean, than the 1990, newer than the 1990 Weekenders, is we have that Indiglow function. You can see this at night. You know, there's tons of stories on the Indiglow, and you know how it's gotten people out of bad situations just for providing light when there's no power and such. So look into that if you're interested. But the first thing I always do when I start this, we're gonna actually, let me step back. We're gonna do just kind of a quick, what I would call refurb on this. Doesn't need a battery, so I think we're good there. This one's been up and running. I probably changed it, I don't know, several weeks ago when I bought this and it showed up in a lot. But first thing we do when we do these is we just give them a good cleaning, and to do that I just put a couple drops of dish soap, a little water in, and I give it a good, let me get in here, I give it a good scrub all the way around. Now I'll do the rest of that off camera, but you get the idea. You give it a scrub, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the band on this. Not that this band is bad. I really like this band. But I want something a little different. So I'm going to put on this army green nylon strap, otherwise known, I guess, as a NATO band. So let's get into that real quick, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, guys, now that we got this scrubbed up and cleaned up with the toothbrush and soap, we can see a couple of things. It may be hard for you to see. We got some scratches on the crystal. We got a tiny, I wouldn't call them big chips, but little tiny chips taken out of the top. That's probably just from when people's hit their wrist on things as they're walking through doorways and such. So I think what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and get this band off, and then we're going to polish this up a little bit, see if we can reduce some of those marks. And to get this band off, I've just got my spring bar tool, and I'll put a link in the description to the watch tool kit, to the batteries, all that stuff. Appreciate you shopping from those links. It does give me a little kickback as an Amazon affiliate, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. So I'm going to get in here, and we're going to see if we can get this spring bar. It's kind of hard to see. Let's flip it to this side. This side might be a little more accessible. Yeah. We're going to grab this spring bar and we're going to pull it out. There we go. There's one side. And I'm going to go ahead and see if that spring bar will come out of this band. I don't know if it will. It may be one of those where it is built in. Okay, so we're going to skip taking out the spring bar, and we're going to grab a couple spring bars from our kit. Okay, there we have the bracelet removed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of this polishing compound, and we're going to go over this watch, and we're going to polish it the best we can by hand only, with a couple microfiber towels maybe, and just see if we can get some of these scratches away and get this case polished up, a little bit shinier. I mean, it's not gonna remove deep scratches or any of that, but it will give this a nice little shine. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some of this polishing compound with just a paper towel. I'm gonna put it all over the crystal, the case, everything, just to get it good and covered. Even the back. You can see there's some dirt coming off already that didn't come off with the brush. And then I'm going to take my microfiber cloth and we're going to rub it. We're going to rub it for quite a while. See if we can get some of those scratches out of there, at least the light scratches. So we're going to rub this for a while and we'll come back and take a look. Okay guys, we are back and done polishing. It does look a little bit better. Now if you really wanted to try to get some of these scratches, these deeper scratches out of the crystal, before what I have done is taken my Dremel with my cotton pad and put some polishing compound on there, and I will basically polish it this way, polish it this way, polish it this way, over and over and over, and it will get some of those scratches out. This one, since this is going to be kind of my beater watch weekender, I'm going to just leave this like it is, since it's probably going to get scratched a little more. But that's another option you can do. Okay, now that we got this done, we need to find some spring bars, and if you don't have extra spring bars, I have spring bars everywhere because I work on these watches all the time. But if you don't have any spring bars, you can go out to Amazon, just do a spring bar kit. It will have all different sizes that you can choose from to figure it out. And if you don't know what size you need, you can always take your lug width measurement. You know, so that's going to take at least an 18 spring bar, and then the band would be 17, 16, whatever you're going to look for there. Our new band, let's just measure that real quick. Our new band is just about perfect for that width right there. We've got about just over 17, so should fit nicely in there. Okay guys, I got a bunch of spring bars laying out here so you can see there's just all different kinds of sizes of these things. I have a ton of these, and I just keep getting more as I get more watches. I save these off because you never know, and it's not really worth buying. If you have a bunch on hand, it's not really worth buying, but if you don't, it's great to have these and just to repair a watch here and there. But this, all you basically do is you turn this to the side, and this is going to be hard for me to do while I'm looking through the camera. You basically turn that to the side, and you can use your spring bar tool, but don't spring it across the room like I just did. So now I got to find another one. But you can use your spring bar tool to help you do this. I'm going to try not to because it's hard for me to use that when I'm looking through the camera, but it will want to take off on you. Alright, there's one, guys, so you get an idea of how that's done. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one off camera because that's going to be boring for you to watch, but you get an idea. You just snap it in. So we're going to get the other one. Okay guys, here we are back with the spring bars in. It looks like they're going to hold. Now, it's time for our band. Now, one thing I always tend to overlook, and when I'm not paying attention, which is often, is the buckle always goes towards the 12 o'clock. So we need to weave our end with the holes, the adjustment in through the top of the 12, and we're going to come under, and then we're going to slide back and then we're going to slide our band back into this other band piece, and there we go. We have it on. Let's get this cleaned up because now that I've had it polished, I have touched it everywhere, getting those spring bars on, and we'll get some macros and some shots on the wrist, and we'll wrap this video up. But that's a quick, basically how I refurbish some of these watches, especially the ones I want to wear. If I'm going to resell these, I'll put a little more time in them and make sure we have a fresh battery, and I'll do a polish with like a Dremel or something similar, with a cotton pad to try to get more of those scratches out, to give it a little more shine and pop when you take those macros. But when you go through those macros, you're going to see where some of these scratches are. But hey, that's all right. I like it. For the ones I wear, gives a little character, shows these things have been around the block. Yeah, pictures to come, and we'll see you next time.